Today we'll be seeing soils in India, types of soil conservation methods, and previous year questions related with this topic. So first we'll discuss the soils in India. So what is soil? See, soil is the thin top layer on the earth crust comprising of rock particles and which is mixed with organic matter. So soil means not only sand, it also includes rock particles and which is mixed with some organic matters. So together it is called as soil. So what is pedology? So pedology is the study of soil. So one more important thing, that is patrology. So patrology is the study of rocks. So don't confuse between them. So next important topic is weathering. So what is weathering? See, during the formation of rocks, what happens? The breaking down of the rocks happen due to the action of winds, water and the climate. So this process is called as weathering. Okay. So now we'll see the major soil groups in India. The first is alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite and lateritic soil, forest and mountain soil, arid and desert soil, saline and alkaline soil, patty and marshy soil. So these are the major soil groups which is present in India. So first we'll discuss about alluvial soil. See, what is this alluvial soil? Alluvial soil are formed mainly due to the silt deposited by Indo-Gangetic Brahmaputra rivers. So in coastal region, some alluvial deposits are formed due to the wave action. So you can see here the deposit of alluvial soil. You can see here the parts of northern plains, northeastern states and the eastern coast. You can see the alluvial deposit. So here there is a flowing of Indus river, Ganga river, and here there is a Brahmaputra river, and in coastal region there will be a wave action which bring sand to the coastal places. So this is how the alluvial soils are formed. So you can see here the deposition of rivers. So this is the silt, how the rivers will be depositing, and this process of getting a silt in the plain is called as aggradation. So you need to remember this aggradation. So North Indian plains are completely covered by this alluvial deposit. Okay, so where are they are found? Indo-Gangetic Brahmaputra plains, Narmada, Tapi valley. So you can see here Narmada, Tapi valley also we can find the alluvial deposit, and northern part of Gujarat, and they also occur in the delta of Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. So the delta which is brought by Mahanadi, Godavari and Krishna also forms the coastal alluvial soil. So when it comes to alluvial soil, it is the largest soil group covering 15 lakh square kilometer, that is 45% of total soil which is present in India. So this point is important, and this soil is very low in nitrogen and humus and very high in phosphite. So this point is also very much important. And there is also the presence of iron oxide and lime, but it varies according to the region where it is present. And but as the best soil because it requires less water and high porosity. So what is porosity? The retention power of the soil is huge. The retention of water capacity of the soil is huge. And it also yields the crops like rice, wheat, sugarcane, jute and other vegetables and fruits because it is the best soil. So next comes black soil. So the parent material means how these black soil are formed. So these black soil are the rocks of volcanoes. Means during the volcanic activity what happens? Igneous rocks comes out, and due to the splitting of these igneous rocks, these sand are formed. Okay. And it is found in the Deccan Plateau. You can see here in the Deccan Trap we can find the black soil. So it is mainly present in Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and some parts of Tamil Nadu. So it requires high temperature and very low rainfall. So 16% of total area it is covered by black soil. So this soil is best suited for cotton crop. So that is why it is called as black cotton soil or Rager. Okay, so this point is important. So the major crops which is grown on black soil includes wheat, jowar, lentils, sunflower, tobacco. These are some crops you need to remember. And this black soil is very much rich in iron, lime, magnesium carbides, and it is very low in phosphates, nitrogen and humus. So the questions are asked like black soil is very rich in, very low in. So these kind of questions are asked. Next comes red soil. See, red soil occupies 3.5 lakh square kilometer. That is 10% of total soil area in India. And the parent material of this red soil includes crystalline and metamorphic rocks. So what is this metamorphic and crystalline rocks? See, during volcanic activity, igneous rock comes out. Due to the weathering of this igneous rock, what happens? It converts into metamorphic rocks. Again, this metamorphic rocks, that is granites, gneisses and quartz, they break down and forms the red soil. So that is why it is acid in nature, because these material are acidic. That is why the soil also acidic. Okay, and this soil is very poor in lime, magnesia, phosphate, nitrogen and humus, and it is very rich in potash and potassium. So this soil is red in color because the presence of iron oxide. So this point is important. So this red soil is spread across almost the whole of Tamil Nadu. The whole of Tamil Nadu is covered by red soil, and this soil is mostly loomy. What is loomy? Loomy means clayey in structure. Hence they cannot retain the water like a black soil. So black soil can retain the water, but red soil, which is very clayey in structure, it cannot retain the water. After proper fertilization and irrigation, some crops can be grown with red soil. It includes cotton, wheat, rice and other crops. So next is laterite or lateritic soil. So this soil is the end product of weathering. So it is the final process of weathering, and the condition required is high temperature and heavy rainfall. Due to the heavy rainfall, what happens? The leaching happens. Leaching means it washes out all the nutrients which is present in the soil. So that is why this soil are nutrientless. And this soil are red in color due to the clay and the red sandstones, so which is present in lateritic soil, and it covers the area of 2.48 lakh square kilometer. And this lateritic soil are rich in bauxite and ferric oxides. So you need to remember this point. And it is very poor in lime, magnesia, potash and nitrogen. Okay. So after it is properly manured and irrigated, some crops like tea, coffee, the plantation crops are grown in lateritic soil. So next comes forest and mountain soil. So this soil occupies 8% of total land area in India, that is 2.85 lakh square kilometer, and these are mainly heterogeneous. So what is heterogeneous? It includes other minerals in the soil, and it is found in the hilly slopes which is covered by forest. That is why it is called with the name forest and mountain soil, and it is very much rich in humus, and it is very low in potash, phosphorus and lime. So it is suitable for plantation crops like tea, coffee, spices and tropical fruits, and other crops can also be grown in the soil like wheat, maize. It can be seen in Himalayan forest region. Okay. So next is arid and desert soil. So this soil covers 1.42 lakh square kilometers, that is 4%, and it is found in the area like arid and semi-arid region like Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana and the coastal region of Odisha, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. And this soil have phosphates and nitrites like alluvial soil, it includes the prospects. So the retention power of the water is more. That is why this soil moisture is available all the time. Okay. And this soil is suited for drought resistant and salt tolerant crops like barley, cotton, millets, maize. So these kind of crops are grown in desert soil or arid soil. So one more important thing here, the salinity of the soil is measured by electrical conductivity meter. Okay, questions are asked. So next is soil conservation. So what is soil conservation? See, soil conservation is a prevention of soil from erosion due to the reduce in fertility caused by overuse of acidification and salinization or other chemical which is imposed on the soil. So to prevent this, soil conservation techniques are used. So some of them like crop rotation. So what is crop rotation? So different crops are cultivated on the piece of land each year. So each year same crops they won't maintain, they will change the crops according to the season. Like rice crop need more of phosphates and jowar needs more of nitrogen. So these two different crops are grown within an year. The fertility of the soil will be maintained. So that is the plan of crop rotation. Okay. Next is counter ploughing. So what is counter ploughing? So counter ploughing are seen in hilly slopes. And here the ploughing is done in the right angle. So you can see here how the ploughing is done. It reduces the runoff of the water and plant receive more water, and it also reduces the soil erosion by doing this kind of ploughing. So this is called as counter ploughing and it is used in hilly slopes. So next is mulching. So what is mulching? So the top layer of the soil, when plants are sown, the top layer of the soil is covered by the organic materials like grass stripping or the straws. So like this, these are covered in the top layer. So it reduces the soil erosion when it is watered. So this process is called as mulching and is also one technique in soil conservation. So these are questions for you. You can answer in comment box. In next class we will be discussing the environment topic, that is wildlife sanctuary, biosphere reserve and national parks.